It's summertime and it's time for camp. Marriage Camp from the Stupendous Marriage Show.
Listen up, campers! What's up, campers? It is a Stupendous Marriage Show, and this is Marriage Camp from Stupendous Marriage. I'm Stu Gray.
Hey, I'm Lisa Gray.
Woo! Marriage Camp. So all summer long, we're doing little different shows where we are highlighting different tips, tricks, tools for your marriage in different areas, like in communication and teamwork and sex and parenting and your mindset. And so these are just quicker little shows giving you little tips for the summer months, just to kind of reconnect and give you some different thoughts that might stimulate conversation or connecting with your spouse in a different way than what our normal show is, which is where we usually answer questions from you that you can always send to us. I mean, even these summer months, you can send them to us on air at stupendousmarriage.com, and we will get back to answering questions after summer.
Today, we're actually going to talk about tools for the communication badge. Communication is in pretty much every part of our marriage. And every topic that we deal with in marriage, something has to be communicated to your spouse. And so really slowing down today to think about how we can do that better. And one of the ways that we want to talk about today is really having a window of time every day that you aren't on electronics. Because I feel like electronics dominate so much of our world anymore. A lot of times we're just on it, oblivious to the time that's going by. And we're not taking time to talk to our spouse when we might be able to. And so intentionally saying, hey, every day from 7 o'clock until 7:10, we're going to all put our electronics in the other room and we're going to have conversations, I think is a great way to be intentional with your communications this summer.
What is our window of time where we do that?
Oh, we don't do this. I'm saying we should too.
That's what I was afraid of. Yes.
Can you do it, honey? Can you put your phone down?
I can, but you and Dean are like all about, Pokemon Go. I literally came out at the kitchen table this morning, and both of you are on your phones like, hey, I'm catching a Pokemon. Hey, I'm catching a Pokemon. Hey, Mom, look at this Pokemon. Hey, look what I just did. I'm like, really? We're doing this first thing in the morning?
It's
really
fun. First of all, it's something we're doing together. We're not just mindlessly looking at the screen, not talking to somebody else.
Okay. We went on a vacation and we went to Chicago, and they do these Pokemon fests across the world. And there was one in Chicago. It's called the Pokemon Go Fest. And literally, it's just people walking around on their phones, bumping into each other.
Oh, they were not.
because they're playing Pokemon Go while they bump into each other.
Gosh. That is not what it was.
That's exactly what it is.
It was a lot of fun. It was a really neat event. Yeah. So really being intentional about this and thinking about what is a time that works for you and your husband, your wife, and even your kids too. You know, how do you take time as a family to reconnect? And it may be over dinner. I know a lot of people do that. Hey, let's all put electronics away during dinner time and be able to have a good conversation. But if your schedule is kind of crazy, you may have to be a little bit more intentional if you're not having dinner together to say, from this time to this time, we're just going to unplug. And especially, I think, after the kids are in bed, if you have kiddos, to be able to do it as just husband and wife, I think is super important.
There was a challenge that was going around a couple years ago when phones became such a big deal, where it was singles. It was in the context of, getting together with your friends. Everybody would put your phone in the middle of the table, and the first person to pick up your phone would be the person who would have to buy dinner.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you do that for family. I mean, put everybody's phones in the middle of the table, and the first one to pick it up has to do the dishes or has to, do the laundry or something like that. Make a negative consequence for the first person to pick up their phone.
Yeah, I think that would be really funny to do, especially it would motivate you to think about it, because I think it is a very mindless activity. I don't think people do it intentionally or maliciously. It's just easy to go, ooh, maybe somebody just texted me, and or emailed or something happened on Facebook.
That's what the phones are designed to do, to keep us attached, but we have to break away from them and be intentional in our relationship. So that is our tip and our trick for this camp session, and we will talk to you next time.
See ya.